In this film, Bilge Kağan is at your age. Do you want to be friends with him? Friends, I am Bilge Kağan. I am the sovereign of the second Göktürk state. I took my place among the unforgettable rulers of Turkish history with my campaigns and achievements. I enlightened my age with Göktürk inscriptions. They call me Turkish Bilge Kağan who was in heaven like God. Would you like to know me better? I was born in 683 in China, around Chugaiko's mountain. I grew up at the skirts of these majestic mountains under the deep blue sky, breathing the fresh air. The meaning of my name is wise and knowledgeable, well-behaved, mature and exemplary person. All my life I have lived worthy of my name. My father is İlteriş Kutlu Kağan, who re-established Göktürk state, and my mother is İlbilge Hatun, who is famous for her skillfulness. We were two brothers. My brother's name is Kağan. When I lost my father, when I was only 8 years old, I grew up with my uncle Kağan. My uncle placed great emphasis on my education. He brought me to many important assignments. We went on countless trips together. Thanks to my success in these expeditions, I had a strong position at the state level in a short time. Guys, I guess you all have goals that you dream of and want to achieve. I had dreams at your age too. My dream was to become the ruler of my state. After I became the sovereign, I wanted to expand my borders, rule the people living in my country with justice, prosperity and unity. When the calendar showed the year 716, I was 32 years old and became the fourth ruler of the Göktürk state. Thus began my reign, which would last for 24 years. My first job was to create good management. For this, I appointed Tonyukuk, whose knowledge and experience I trust, to the vizier position, and my brother Kağan to the head of the army. Both were the best in their fields in my country, and I know that the more skillful people who are with you when you run the state, the more successful your administration will be. Don't you guys think that this is the only valid in the country's administration? Will you guys? Remember, your choice of friends is always very important. Your friends whose knowledge and culture you believe in, with whom you can talk and get along, will carry you forward throughout your life. And you too, of course. Before my reign, my people had been defeated in many wars, and each one was scattered in one direction. My first job was to bring my people back together, because together there are always strength. We were strong together. I have never forgotten this, and I advise you not to forget it either. As soon as I became a Khan, I first started to practice our customs. Children, our customs are important. Customs are the whole of behaviors and lifestyles, rules and common habits adopted in a community. I ask you to think about your school to explain it better to you. An example of this is that your behavior at school is within the framework of certain rules. Just as you live happily together with your friends in accordance with the rules at your school, I tried to make this dominant in my country. While advancing towards my goals, I decided to fight the Chinese, who have been my state's long-standing rival. At this very moment, my vizier Tonyukuk stepped in. I told you before about the importance of working with competent people and making friends. Listening to Tonyukuk's advice, I gave up the expedition to China I was considering and established good relations with them. I regained the unity of the Göktürk state. Children, during my reign, I also made an effort for the economic, social and cultural development of my country. Many inscriptions such as Ongin inscription, Altın Tamgan Tarkan inscription, Tonyukuk inscription, Kağan inscription were erected in my period. I was instrumental in giving the first example of Turkish literature in this way. My advice is included in the Bilge Kağan's inscription, which was erected for me by my beloved son Tengri Kağan after my death. It is one of the oldest inscriptions of the Turkish language, written in the Göktürk language. If one day you pass by the Orkhon River in Mongolia, you can visit all the inscriptions I have mentioned. This will make me really happy. Now I would like to explain a few of these advices to you. The ornament of the mind is the language. The ornament of the tongue is the word. The ornament of man is the face. The ornament of the face is the eye. Man speaks his word with his tongue. If his word is good, his face will shine. In this statement, I talked about the importance of our thoughts being transmitted to each other through our words, and therefore the importance of our words being beautiful. All my younger brothers, nephews, sons, hear my words well. Who can overcome the Turk after we closed ranks? In this statement, I talked about the importance of being together and succeeding together. I also determined the Turkish laws in accordance with my period. Now that I think about it, these words of mine are still valid today, and I think they will be useful for you as well. Lying is prohibited. No laying hands on anyone who asks for mercy. Women and children are not beaten. They are not captured. There should be no poverty in Turkish homeland. These inscriptions, known as Orhan or Göktürk inscriptions, are works written by the Göktürks with the Orhan alphabet, the oldest known alphabet of the Turks. The inscriptions are also called eternal stones, with the hope that these monuments will remain forever. Dear children, throughout history, people have always wanted to be leaders. Of course, not everyone has succeeded in being a leader. In my opinion, we can be a true leader who is loved and respected with his justice, unity, and benevolence even in our home, school, apartment, and street. I guess all of you have a leader spirit. Anyone with a leadership spirit has a chance to become a strong leader by improving themselves. I wish you to be fair, unifying, and helpful throughout your life. I greet you with love.